I had babies during the pandemic on purpose because I knew that there would never be a time in my life as an artist where I would be granted maternity leave. So for me, it was actually really strategic. It was like, I have to have babies right now because this might never happen again. And maybe a slight reaction to the end of the world, who knows? But I really noticed with Mamatasin, I had the luxury of being home and not being on the road and kind of being forced to slow down. And with my little boy, I've had no maternity leave. I've just been working full time. And Zoe, what I will say is that there are still real expectations about the way you're supposed to parent. And I just bring my kids everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't tell people and I don't talk about it. I just bring them. And it's been interesting. It's been an interesting ride because not everyone's cool with it.
Right.
No, I'm definitely following my mom's roadmap. I also really like shamelessly, I'm a mama's girl. I just love my mom. I love hanging out with her still. I love being around her. I think she's like the most brilliant, wise person. I love seeking wise counsel from her. And I feel that way because my mom brought me everywhere.
My parents didn't take me anywhere. Liam had the complete opposite experience, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
My mom just claimed me in the comments. Sass Jordan is not my mom. Even though Sass Jordan would be an amazing name for my mom. Unfortunately, the name is taken by Sass Jordan. But
Zoe is my Mark Jordan baby. I love you, Amy. It's so good.
Her full face.
I feel like your mom showing up in the comments is like a testament to exactly what we're talking about. You know,
a lot of great babysitters who became like mentors to me in a way, and shout out Jen McDonald, and then some babysitters who absolutely hated me. Shout out Virgie, who's not on live right now.
I was maybe really a hard kid to watch, but I think one of the things that we might have in common is that alone time. Like, even though I was with my mom, I was also forced to be in like adult spaces as a kid a lot. So I would be like teaching to hundreds of people, and I don't know if people knew I was there or not, but you know. Which is definitely why I feel like it's okay to bring my child to a keynote. Maybe the client's not prepared. I'm with you. And I just like, I never got the pumping thing down. For the women who are watching, like, I'm just going to go there. I don't know if you don't have any songs about pumping. Zoe, you should make a song, an honorary song about pumping. Maybe just like, you could be inspired by this.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I just never got it down. So I have to bring them.
I don't.
You be to not let the world have those.
Oh, okay. Actually, I did want to ask you, what does selfish mean to you? What does it make you think of? Is it a good thing, a bad thing? Do you relate to it? What does that word mean to you?
Oh, I feel like selfish and bossy live in the same realm to me. And I feel like you're selfish if you know how to speak up for yourself, if you know how to put yourself first. You're bossy if you know how to lead or, control a room. And so I don't know, it's interesting. I really know what it's like for other people to really be selfish and it be a negative thing. Like, I know what it feels like to want someone's attention and not being able to get that.
Right.
But I also know that there's this way that, especially for women, society has crafted that to be a negative way of looking at women who have something other to do than just serve men.
Yes.
That's where I'm at with it. I like to be all the things that people say you shouldn't be. Like, I don't like to be well-behaved either because, like, hello, well-behaved women rarely make history. Like, most superficial quote ever, but also the best. So,
yeah, no. 100%. And you're somebody who has always just like done what they're gonna do and been like, yeah.
I did that. But Zoe, you too. Like, I can go back to almost like just the subtle ways that you've played with like real controversy, from album covers to, and you know which one I'm talking about, I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah, you got it. But I actually love the way that I've gotten to know sort of other sides of you by how you let the world in this like real vulnerable, badass way. So even these conversations could be seen as just, Sunday chat. But I think when women and artists chat, it can be revolutionary. So, no.
100%. I think like, I work so rarely with women. My life is just like sitting behind a man who's looking at a computer. and it's really a bummer. And I love being around big female energy. The
So
comment,
my outfit, it's just because I literally just put a jacket on over my pajamas.
but that's all you need.
That's what the pandemic taught me. It really did. The pandemic really instilled the fact that all you need is a good jacket and nothing else.
Yeah, no, you're creating an outline. Hat, jacket, and earrings. Actually, that's a lot of accessory. I'm doing t-shirt and pajama shorts
So wait,
and clip.
this entire conversation, I haven't been able to see you at all.
I know. I didn't return to LA until I was 21. Wow. But my parents lived there and met there. So it like, you know, a place can take up a large space in your identity, even if you don't spend a lot of time there. And my parents' stories and their friends and like their kind of origin story all happened in LA. So I was so anxious to come back. And I remember coming and the quality of light that you have here in LA, I was like, oh my God, I just haven't seen this. And I've been craving it and I've been missing it for years. We had some fun. We had some fun in LA. I hope that I get to see you the next time you're here.
Yeah. I hope so too. Also, there's babies. There's babies to hang out with. Yeah. For all of you watching, Zoe is an auntie to my babies. Yeah.
Ask you, and also feel free to choose none of the above. But would you say that today you're feeling more like a bitch, a whore, or a saint? And I picked those three words because I just feel like they're three bad options for like which Bratz doll do you want to be today?
I always feel like a bitch, Zoe. Like, I every day wake up and I am like, I am in my fucking bitch era. Like, I'm gonna swear live on this. Like, I'm in that space because I'm just like, nah, I'm not taking it anymore. I got truth to speak, and I'm not down with cancel culture. I'm not down with bullying. I'm like a real, actual nice person. Meet me in real life. So I'm a bitch every day.
Hell yeah. About just like saying and doing the stuff that we're acting like it's okay or we're acting like it's bad, and like, let's actually talk about it in real life.
Yeah, 100%. And you do that just so beautifully in your music. I'm just gonna make this like a girl love sesh, like right back at you, Zoe.
Oh, thank you for asking. Are you like a host or something? Do you have any experience hosting? So Selfish is just kind of about like all the contradictory things that I was feeling and distilled through the lens of watching my mom, you know, do all that stuff, and how, you know, your kids will meet people who have worked with you and admired you and actually know you, and or think they know you, and it'll be interesting like what they internalize about your reputation and how they have to reconcile that with who they know you to be.
Although my son's name is Nimki Benassi and my partner's name is Nimki, so it gets confusing. Right, where it shouldn't have been raining, there shouldn't have been thunderstorms, but it was. And so we drove to the hospital, and he was born in the very early morning, and I had like a 3-hour labor. It was nuts. I didn't even, my midwives couldn't make it to me. So it was like a big, wild lightning of a night. And then the next day it was 26 degrees in the middle of February. So that name is like the Thunderbirds. Right. And the cool thing about Mamatasin is that her name means firefly. And in our teachings, a firefly is the baby of a thunderbird. And then if you want to, I love when this happens, but if you want to think about it technically, or scientifically, I would say, in a colonial perspective, it is true because the nitrogen in the soil is what creates the chemical reaction.
The little light. Oh my God.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have fireflies if you didn't have lightning, and you apparently in our stories it would be the same. So the babies of thunderbirds.
That is very cool, but you didn't know that when you were naming.
No. My girl was named after Nimki's grandfather. So he passed when I was pregnant, and the last thing that he said to Nimki and I was, he said, "The next time I see you, you're going to be chasing a firefly." And so we knew that to be that he was in the spirit world and he saw us chasing Mamatasen and she was a
Right.
firefly. Yeah.
Oh my